Hello. I'm Stephen Smith, and I'm the S in SJTosh. So I thought I might as well record a commentary for SJTosh's Pokémon battle. I think it was actually quite a fun video to make, seeing as it was our first one. It was quite hard to put together because, seeing as it was our first time, it was quite hard to think of a storyline and what to do. And our camera techniques weren't exactly professional. So, on the scene when I first come in and say about, when I'm talking to James about the Pokémon Center, and I look at the camera and go, "How?" We didn't exactly get the camera angle right.
How? The only way we know how. Pokémon battle!
And later on, in the movie, because we had made a lot of mistakes and everyone was making me laugh, especially Simon, who was our cameraman, and I just kept laughing. We had to do the same take about 10 times because I just kept laughing at everybody. And it was actually really good fun.
Be quiet! You're full of...
Then when we moved on to the trampoline scene, we got on there. We were completely prepared and everything. And James was just like, "We don't have the Game Boys." And it was just so funny. So we had to jump off the trampoline again, get back on.
Not the Game Boys.
Then there's a bit just before we kept saying stuff like, "I've got the keyboard, I've got my game," and, you know, that sort of bit. And then we're having an argument about my cap, and I took it off and chucked it, and it went across the trampoline onto the floor. But we weren't supposed to actually get the cap going across, but because we didn't have very much time, we had to get it over and done with pretty quickly. Simon accidentally followed the cap, so he got it filmed, and he filmed it going over the trampoline, and then he quickly went back to me again. And that wasn't supposed to happen, it was just meant to be the cap flying out of the camera. So that was kind of a mistake, which we accidentally left in the actual film.
That's just a regular cap. Fine! I moved the cap. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's link up!
Overall, I think it turned out pretty good for a first try video, because it didn't actually take too long to film, which was pretty good. But the only real problem we had was the wind, which I think nearly everybody's complained about, but we couldn't actually help that because it was quite hard to get rid of. Because, I mean, we went outside and we started filming, and then we checked the video later and realised that there was actually loads of sound from the wind outside, and we couldn't exactly remove it because we'd already finished filming. The time we'd gone home, it was like a few days later, so we had to leave it on there. And because it was so noisy, it cut out some of the audio, so you can't hear what we're actually saying sometimes.
That's right! And Porygon has recovered 20 HP!
I've just been saying after every single video clip, but still. I'm just trying to think about the video. Sorry. There was a bit with I'm no good at talks, really. Honestly, I just can't stop saying and But there was the bit with the two Pokemon when James said about his level, was it 9 Sandshrew or something? 7, something quite low, and it was on about Sandshrew, or Porygon. I really can't remember, but he said about his Pokemon, and then I said mine, but I don't think it was originally that Pokemon. I think it was something else. I can't remember what it was.
Level 9?
And there was the bit when, at the end, we had to go into Simon's garden, and we had to go to his swing, which was when we were on the Game Boys talking about my Charizard, which I got out of nowhere, and the picture of the Pokemon card came up, of the shiny Charizard from the first booster packets. I don't think that was actually originally going to happen. I think it was just going to have either a picture of Charizard on the Game Boy, of its status, and I was going to record it going "Rah!" But it went a bit wrong, and when we tried to get a picture of the Charizard, the camera light always kept reflecting off the Game Boy screen, so we decided to get a Pokemon card instead because we couldn't get a proper picture.
Charizard! Fire spin! What?
Last but not least, there were quite a few times when, well, I know I laughed quite a lot, but there was the bit when James was talking about oh no, I had the Sandshrew, didn't I? Yeah. He had the Porygon, and then he just said, "So, it's my level 7 Porygon against your level 9 Sandshrew. Let's go!" At that certain point, I was lying on the floor, so James didn't actually have an eye line. I'd kind of gone a bit hyper, so I just laid down on the floor. So James didn't really have anything to look at. He had to kind of guesswork where I'd be sitting, and then after that, we had to cut out the last bit because I sat up, and it was just like, "Let's go," and I just sat up and I was like, "Yeah!" And because I said that, I made James laugh.
My level 7 Porygon against your level 9 Sandshrew. Let's go! Yeah! I've got my game! Be quiet! You're full of... Yeah! Be quiet now. Didn't do it. No, Game Boys. They didn't say stop filming. Just stop! Are you filming?
No.
There you are. Wait. Wait, don't film. Stop filming.
I have.
Down to my last Pokemon, and you still have 2 Pokemon left. Haha! Trembling out at my awesome power. Never! Spinneret! I'm
Action.
down to my last Pokemon, and you still have 2 Pokemon left. Haha! Trembling my awesome power. Never! Spinneret! String shot! No damage done! Yes, but your Pokemon...